Hey guys, what is going on? It's Joshua D'Souza with Round 5 Fit. Today I'm going to be doing a video on the do's and don'ts of personal training. So all you guys out there that's thinking about hiring a personal trainer, or you are working with a personal trainer, this video is especially for you. And for all of you trainers out there, this video is going to help you, especially if you're new, to really look for what a client's going to be looking for to make your job easier as a trainer, to get more clients and grow your business. So let's get into those points. Alright guys, so the first point, the first thing that your PT should be doing with you is called the PARQ. This is a physical activity readiness questionnaire. And what this helps the trainer to do is find out if you're actually ready to do physical activity. So what that means is, let's say that you have high blood pressure or that you have an iron deficiency. Your trainer should know these things so that you stay safe in your workout. All the questions answered by the first part of the session so that you're safe and the trainer does a good job for you. Alright guys, the next thing and really important is going over a goal questionnaire of some sort. This helps the trainer figure out what they're going to do with you in your personal training session on that day. And it's also gonna help you find that your trainer actually cares about you and your goal. Would you want to work with a trainer that doesn't actually want to help you progress towards what you're trying to do in life? Probably not, right? So if your goal is to lose 10 pounds in 3 months, then your trainer should be taking notes of that, and they should use this session today to show you value in how they can help you reach that goal. So when you guys have found out your goals, the next thing that I think a good personal trainer should be doing is some sort of assessment. The most common assessment that I think personal trainers know is called the overhead squat assessment. And what that basically is basically having your client do a squat with their hands over their head. And it's going to allow the trainer to figure out which muscles are underactive, which means basically they need to be stronger, and which muscles are overactive, which muscles that need to be stretched. But you can make anything an assessment, really. You can make a push-up an assessment, see if their form gets better in a month. You can see if their squat gets better, if their time on the treadmill for running gets better. Anything can be an assessment, but it should be geared towards posture and functionality, so that you're actually feeling better every single day, not just getting stronger, not just getting more endurance, but you actually move and feel better. A couple things that I found: your feet are naturally turning out, so that tells me that your hips are a little bit tight. You have a little bit of a back arch, so you gotta strengthen your abs today, but that's really good. A lot of people want to do that anyways. Your arms were falling forward, which tells me that your shoulders are really tight, so we're gonna work on stretching those and strengthening the mid-back. Okay, so once you guys have figured out your assessment, the next thing is to start your workout. So very important is to have a proper warm-up. This should be a dynamic warm-up that's going to, 1, stretch the muscles that need to be worked that day. 2, is going to get the heart rate up a little bit so that your muscles and your body is mobile and your joints are mobile. And 3, it's going to help you to work on balance and proprioception. You should not be doing static stretches, because that's for after the workout. And it's going to help you to cool down and feel relaxed, which, by the way, is also super important. Just as important as the warm-up, your trainer should take you through a proper cool down to help you to feel ready for the rest of your day. Whether that's going to work or school, hanging out with your boyfriend or girlfriend, or even going to sleep if you're training really late. Alright guys, the next one is a little bit of a bonus, but I still think it's super important. The trainer should be able to give you personal experiences as to why that you should do exercise and how to follow the program. And the reason I say this is because sometimes trainers don't always look the part. But this way you can find out if they actually know what they're talking about and if they can help you. So let's say that your trainer doesn't really look like they have that much muscle, but they're training you for strength. It doesn't mean that they don't know how to train you, but you kind of have to listen to what they're saying. So for example, for me, I used to do a lot of weight training and a lot of bulking and a lot of hypertrophy work. But when I started competing in kickboxing, that's when I had to drop a lot of weight and not work out on my muscle as much, but way more cardio, way more endurance work. And I needed to make my weight class, so I couldn't be as heavy. Does that mean I lost my personal training experience? No, I still have all the personal training experience of 3 years. It's not like a crazy amount of time, but I don't lose my experience, right? So even if your trainer doesn't look the part that you may want, listen to what personal experiences they give you. This is a huge key to see if they actually know what they're talking about and if they can actually help you. Now, if they're obese, because there are some trainers that are super, plus size, you probably don't want to train with them regardless of, what they tell you. But yeah, that's just my opinion, but you can go with whatever you feel comfortable with. Alright guys, so very important is the next part is actually how much attention is your trainer paying attention. Your trainer should actually be paying attention to you. You're investing a lot of money and time and effort and energy into your trainer. Your trainer should probably be doing the same thing, right? So what you're going to do is make sure that they're actually moving around you when you're doing your exercise. If they're staying there, they can't really assess everything that's going around with your workout. So make sure they're moving around you, and trainers, make sure you're giving cues, you're asking for feedback, you're asking smart, important questions that are geared towards your client's goals. That's super important. Don't be on your cell phone, like paying no attention to your client. That's just really disrespectful. And our job requires a lot of energy. I get it. It's, tiring to keep moving around for like 8 hours in a day. But you got to think about like you're giving the best possible service to your client. So make sure that your trainer, and make sure that as the trainer, you are doing this. Next is the actual workout. Now, the actual exercises after the warm-up should be geared towards the fitness gaps of the client. And a fitness gap can be anything that the client needs to work on in order to reach their goal. And so, for example, if your client wants to squat heavier, but their depth is not really that great, how are you going to help your client have better depth in that session that very day? Basically, their goal questionnaire should have told you that, and you should be able to, in your mind, think about the exercises and the stretching techniques and the activation techniques that you're going to do with them in order to get that depth corrected. And this goes for everything, like for cardio, strength, balance, everything and anything your client wants to do. You should give your client the best possible program in that time that you can. Clients, please understand this, like our job is every day. Every second of every day, we are thinking about you guys, and we're writing down programs, and we're writing down like schedules and everything. We don't just walk into your session without the program. This doesn't make sense. We have to know what you guys are going to do that day. So be a little bit patient, maybe on the first session if your trainer doesn't know everything or exactly what to do. But as long as it looks like they're actually trying to do the exercises to help that fitness gap that you have, I think it's really important and it's really good, and you should look for that. Okay, so posture over weights. That's the next point that I want to make, is your trainer should be training you to have good posture and technique instead of always trying to up your weight that you're using. So let's say you're using 10 pounds to do a shoulder press and your trainer wants to up that to 30 because you said 10 was easy. That might be the correct thing to do, but what I would do is, instead of killing you on your first session, what I'm going to do is actually change the tempo of your workout. So I'm going to make you do it slower, make sure that you're feeling the muscles squeeze at the top, the bottom, and the hold in between, and that's going to make 8 reps feel like 12 reps. So your trainer should be able to do something for you that you can't do yourself, right? You can obviously pick up heavier weights and do it, but your trainer is going to be able to tell you how to make that exercise harder without upping the weight. They should be able to do that for you, and that's super important, especially on the first day. So definitely keep an eye out for that. Trainers, this one is specifically for you. I can't stress this enough. Sell training off of value. Don't sell training off of the price. I do obviously talk about how much the package is or how much their training is going to be, but it's all based around the value of what I can give them in my training. Whatever it is, you need to make sure that you're giving a value to them that they can't do on their own, or they can't do with their friends, or they can't find on the internet, something like that. If you don't feel confident in selling with value, do not be a personal trainer. I'm just saying it from my experience, because I was a personal trainer when I first started that would sell off of price, and I felt horrible. That's what you want to do. You want to have more clients, but at the end of the day, if you don't feel good getting clients, then you shouldn't be doing that job, man. Learn to sell and communicate through value instead of the cheaper or more expensive price, whatever it is. So the last thing after you do the sales talk, whether your client has bought training from you or not, I think your trainer should always give you something to take home. And this can be like homework, it can be an exercise that you think as a trainer they should be doing. This can be like an overview of the assessment, like what you found. And that's what I like to do. I basically go home and I'll type out an overview that helps the client understand what they did good at and what they need to work on more. And this really helps the client this helps you show the client that you really care about them instead of just the sale, right? You should be able to give your client something to take home to, one, remember you by, because maybe they'll come back and they'll buy training just because whatever you gave them they still work with, right? And that's definitely happened to me in the past. And two, you should be genuinely interested in their fitness results and do whatever you can to help them. You're in the business of a service, not in the business of a product. Don't go for the sell, right? Go for the value and give them something after your training session to do. They'll love you for that, and you might just get a client out of it in the long run. You'll be surprised. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching the video. It was amazing doing this one because it's off of my personal experience. So I hope this helps you as clients to find a good trainer, and I hope it helps you as trainers to do a better job and have an easier time doing your job. So if this helped you in any way, please leave a like down below on the video, and please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sure to drop down more videos like this and different things like reviews or workouts. Whatever you guys want to see, let me know down in the comments section below. Thank you guys so much, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.